Welcome to Wiswell Capital. Today we'll explain how works the economy. The economy is more than just numbers and graphs. It's the flow of resources, the exchange of goods and services. Our societies are built upon the allocation of limited resources. We live in a world of finite resources but infinite wants. We all have needs and desires, food, shelter, healthcare, education. Economics is the study of how we make choices about scarce resources. It's about understanding production, consumption, and wealth distribution. Economics, at its heart, is about understanding human behavior. It's about how we respond to incentives and make decisions under scarcity. Economics touches every aspect of our lives, from the price of bread to our future. One of the most fundamental concepts in economics is the law of supply and demand. This principle governs the prices of goods and services in a free market. Imagine a cosmic dance floor where celestial objects are in motion, drawn together by gravity. Similarly, prices of goods and services are in flux, influenced by supply and demand. Demand is our collective desire for a good or service. It's the amount consumers are willing to buy at various prices. Supply is the willingness of producers to provide a good or service at different prices. Supply and demand interact to determine the equilibrium price. In a free market economy, supply and demand operate with minimal government intervention. This concept in the invisible hand was first articulated by Adam Smith. Individuals acting in their own self-interest benefit society as a whole. Like an orchestra, each person's economic interests contribute to the market's well-being. Imagine a bustling marketplace, vendors selling, customers buying. Out of this interplay emerges a balance between supply and demand. Yet, like a conductor guiding an orchestra, government intervention is often necessary. To understand how an economy is performing, economists rely on a variety of indicators. Much like astronomers use telescopes to observe and measure celestial objects. These indicators provide valuable insights into the health of an economy and help policymakers make informed decisions. One of the most closely watched economic indicators is the gross domestic product, GDP, which measures the total value of all goods and services produced within a country's borders over a specific period. It's akin to measuring the total energy output of a star, giving us a sense of its overall size and activity. Other important indicators include inflation, which measures the rate at which prices for goods and services are rising. Unemployment, which reflects the percentage of the labor force that is actively seeking work but unable to find it. And interest rates, which represent the cost of borrowing money. By monitoring these indicators, economists can track economic growth, identify potential problems, and recommend appropriate policy responses. Section 5, the quest for balance. Achieving sustainable economic growth is a delicate balancing act. Just as a planet's orbit must be carefully calibrated to maintain a stable environment for life, an economy must navigate a complex web of interconnected factors to ensure long-term prosperity. One of the biggest challenges facing economies today is the need to balance economic growth with environmental sustainability. The pursuit of economic growth has often come at the expense of our planet's health. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and other human activities have led to climate change, pollution, and resource depletion, threatening the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. Like a star that has exhausted its exhausted nuclear fuel, an economy that depletes its natural resources risk collapsing under its own weight. The good news is that there is a growing recognition of the need for a more sustainable approach to economic development. Governments, businesses, and individuals are increasingly embracing policies and practices that promote environmental responsibility, such as investing in renewable energy, reducing carbon emissions, and promoting sustainable consumption patterns. Section 6, a universe of innovation. Economics evolves with new ideas and technologies. Innovations in data analysis and behavioral economics transform our understanding. Behavioral economics uses psychology to understand decisions. It helps design policies that nudge better choices. Big data and AI offer accurate economic predictions. These tools address poverty, inequality, and climate change. The future of economics is bright and equitable. Section 7, the markets ebb and flow. Imagine the economy as a vast ocean, constantly in motion with currents and tides shaping its every contour. Instead of water, this ocean is filled with goods, services, and the relentless energy of human activity. This is the marketplace where buyers and sellers meet, driven by their individual needs and desires. Buyers, armed with their income and fueled by their wants, create demand. They're drawn to products and services that promise to improve their lives, from the essential to the luxurious. Sellers, on the other hand, represent the forces of supply. They strive to anticipate and meet these demands, offering a dazzling array of goods and services, all vying for the attention and purchasing power of the consumer. Like the ocean's tides, market prices rise and fall, reflecting the ever-changing balance between supply and demand. When demand for a product surges, like a rogue wave, driven by a sudden shift in consumer preferences, prices tend to rise, signaling to producers that there's an opportunity to profit by increasing supply. Conversely, when supply outstrips demand, prices may fall, encouraging consumers to take advantage of the abundance and prompting producers to adjust their output. Prices are more than just numbers on a price tag. They are the language of the market, conveying vital information to both buyers and sellers, like distant stars emitting light that travels across vast stretches of space. Prices carry messages about scarcity, abundance, and the relative value of goods and services. For consumers, prices act as signals, guiding their purchasing decisions. A high price for a product might indicate its scarcity or desirability, prompting consumers to carefully consider whether the purchase aligns with their budget and priorities. A low price, on the other hand, might signal a surplus, encouraging consumers to take advantage of the bargain. For producers, prices provide crucial feedback about the profitability of their endeavors. High prices can incentivize increased production, attracting new entrants to the market and driving innovation as businesses seek to capitalize on the demand. Low prices, conversely, can signal oversupply or waning consumer interest, prompting producers to adjust their strategies, perhaps by reducing output, finding new markets, or innovating to create a more desirable product. Competition, the lifeblood of a healthy market economy, is akin to the evolutionary pressure that drives the diversity and resilience of life on Earth. In the marketplace, competition takes many forms, but its essence lies in the rivalry between businesses striving to win over consumers. This constant struggle for market share can lead to lower prices, higher quality goods and services, and a dizzying pace of innovation as businesses strive to outdo each other in meeting consumer needs and desires. Just as organisms evolve new traits to thrive in their environments, businesses must constantly adapt and innovate to survive and thrive in the competitive marketplace. Imagine two companies, both vying to create the most fuel-efficient car. Each company invests heavily in research and development, pushing the boundaries of engineering and design to create a vehicle that outperforms the other in terms of mileage and performance. Consumers, in turn, benefit from this competition, enjoying access to increasingly sophisticated and affordable vehicles. Just as celestial objects are organized into various structures, from solitary stars to vast galaxies, markets too exhibit different levels of concentration, each with its own characteristics and implications for competition. At one end of the spectrum, we have perfect competition, their theoretical ideal where numerous small firms compete on a level playing field, offering identical products, and no single firm has the power to influence market prices. This is akin to a vast field of wildflowers, each bloom vying for sunlight, but none dominating the landscape. As we move along the spectrum, we encounter market structures with increasing concentration, such as monopolistic competition, where many firms offer differentiated products, and oligopolies, where a few large firms dominate the market. Finally, at the opposite end of the spectrum, we have the monopoly, where a single firm controls the entire market, much like a black hole, commanding the gravitational pull of its surrounding space. Section 5. The role of government, guiding the invisible hand. While the invisible hand of the market is a powerful force for allocating resources and driving innovation, it is not without its limitations. Just as a spacecraft needs course corrections to stay on target, even the most efficient markets can benefit from government intervention to address market failures and promote the overall well-being of society. One crucial role of government is to establish and enforce property rights, the very foundation upon which a market economy rests. Imagine trying to build a house on shifting sand. Without the security of knowing that your property is protected, investment and economic activity would grind to a halt. Governments also play a vital role in providing public goods, such as national defense, infrastructure, and education, which are essential for a functioning society, but often underprovided by the private sector. Additionally, governments regulate industries to ensure fair competition, protect consumers from harmful products, and mitigate the negative externalities of economic activity, such as pollution. Section 6. Fiscal and monetary policy. Fine-tuning the economic orchestra. Governments have at their disposal a range of tools to influence the economy, much like an orchestra conductor uses their baton to guide the musicians and shape the overall performance. These tools fall under two broad categories: fiscal policy, and monetary policy. Fiscal policy refers to the government's use of spending and taxation to influence the economy. By increasing spending or cutting taxes, the government can stimulate economic activity, boosting demand and potentially leading to job creation. Conversely, by decreasing spending or raising taxes, the government can cool down an overheating economy, curbing inflation but potentially slowing down economic growth. Monetary policy, on the other hand, is primarily controlled by a country's central bank and involves managing the money supply and interest rates. By lowering interest rates, the central bank can encourage borrowing and investment, stimulating economic activity. Conversely, by raising interest rates, the central bank can curb inflation and prevent asset bubbles. Section 7, Economic Growth, Expanding the Frontiers of Prosperity. Economic growth, the holy grail of macroeconomics, represents the increase in a country's capacity to produce goods and services over time. It's akin to the expansion of the universe itself, a process of continuous creation and expansion, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Economic growth is typically measured by the increase in real GDP, which takes into account inflation. When an economy is growing, businesses are expanding, jobs are being created, incomes are rising, and living standards are improving. This virtuous cycle of growth is driven by a complex interplay of factors, including investment, innovation, education, and a stable macroeconomic environment. However, just as the expansion of the universe is not without its challenges, economic growth must be managed carefully to ensure that its benefits are shared widely and that it does not come at the expense of environmental sustainability or social equity. Section 8, Productivity, the key to unlocking abundance. Productivity, often described as the engine of economic growth, refers to the efficiency with which inputs, such as labor and capital, are transformed into outputs, namely goods and services. It's about working smarter, not harder, getting more output from the same amount of input. Imagine two farmers, each working the same amount of land. One farmer, using traditional methods, might produce a certain amount of crops. The other farmer, however, by embracing new technologies such as precision farming techniques and drought-resistant seeds, might produce significantly more output from the same amount of land and labor. Increased productivity allows businesses to produce more goods and services at lower costs, leading to lower prices for consumers, higher wages for workers, and greater profits for businesses. This virtuous cycle of productivity growth is driven by factors such as technological advancements, investment in human capital, and improvements in infrastructure and institutions. Section 9, the global economy, a constellation of interconnected nations. Just as stars are interconnected by gravity, forming galaxies and clusters, the economies of the world are increasingly intertwined through trade, investment, and the flow of information and ideas. This interconnectedness, known as globalization, has brought about unprecedented opportunities for economic growth and development, but also poses unique challenges. Globalization allows countries to specialize in producing goods and services where they have a comparative advantage, leading to increased efficiency and lower prices for consumers worldwide. It also fosters the exchange of knowledge, technology, and culture, enriching societies and promoting cross-cultural understanding. However, globalization also presents challenges such as increased competition, job displacement in certain sectors, and the potential for economic shocks to spread rapidly across borders. Managing these challenges effectively requires international cooperation, sound domestic policies, and a commitment to ensuring that the benefits of globalization are shared widely. Section 1, the inflationary universe. When prices spiral out of control. Imagine a universe where the very fabric of space-time is stretching, causing galaxies to drift apart at an accelerating rate. That's akin to what happens during a period of high inflation, where the purchasing power of money erodes, prices skyrocket, and the value of savings dwindles like distant stars, fading into the cosmic background. Inflation, a persistent rise in the general price level of goods and services, is a complex economic phenomenon with far-reaching consequences. Just as a runaway star can disrupt the delicate balance of a star system, unchecked inflation can wreak havoc on an economy, eroding consumer confidence, discouraging investment, and leading to social unrest. There are various causes of inflation, often categorized as demand pull and cost push inflation. Demand pull inflation occurs when aggregate demand, the total demand for goods and services in an economy, outpaces aggregate supply, the total supply of goods and services. This can happen during periods of rapid economic growth when consumers and businesses are flush with cash and eager to spend. Section 2, Unemployment, Navigating the Cosmic Job Market. In the vast cosmic expanse, countless celestial bodies drift through the void, some finding their place in stable orbits, others colliding or being ejected into the interstellar medium. The job market, in many ways, mirrors this cosmic dance, with individuals seeking employment, businesses creating and eliminating jobs, and the overall level of unemployment fluctuating like the tides. Unemployment, a key indicator of an economy's health, refers to the percentage of the labor force that is actively seeking employment but unable to find work. It's a multifaceted issue with both personal and societal consequences, impacting individuals' livelihoods, eroding human capital, and potentially leading to social unrest. There are various types of unemployment, each with its own causes and implications. Frictional unemployment, for example, is a natural consequence of a dynamic economy, reflecting the time it takes for workers to find new jobs that match their skills and preferences. Structural unemployment, on the other hand, arises from a mismatch between the skills workers possess and the skills demanded by employers, often due to technological advancements or shifts in consumer demand. Section 3, Income Inequality. The uneven distribution of cosmic wealth. Just as matter in the universe is not uniformly distributed, clumping together to form stars, galaxies, and vast cosmic structures, wealth within societies is often unevenly distributed, leading to disparities in income, wealth, and opportunity. Income inequality, a persistent challenge facing many economies, refers to the unequal distribution of income among individuals or households. It's a complex issue with deep historical roots and far-reaching consequences, impacting social mobility, eroding social cohesion, and potentially hindering economic growth. The causes of income inequality are multifaceted, ranging from globalization and technological advancements to declining unionization and regressive tax policies. Globalization, while creating new opportunities for some, has also led to job displacement in certain sectors, particularly in manufacturing, as businesses seek lower cost production locations. Section 4. Recessions, economic winters, and the search for spring. Imagine a once thriving forest, its trees lush and vibrant, suddenly gripped by a harsh winter, its leaves withering, its branches bare, its growth stunted. That's akin to what happens during a recession, a period of economic decline, marked by a contraction in economic activity, rising unemployment, and falling output. Recessions, a natural part of the business cycle, are characterized by a significant decline in real GDP, typically for 2 consecutive quarters or more. They are complex events with various causes, often triggered by a combination of factors such as asset bubbles bursting, financial crises, or external shocks to the economy. The effects of a recession can be far-reaching, impacting businesses, households, and the overall economy. Businesses may experience declining sales, reduced profits, and a need to cut costs, often leading to layoffs and reduced investment. Households may face job losses, reduced income, and a decline in their net worth, leading to reduced spending and a further slowdown in economic activity. Section 5. Debt, the gravity of financial obligations. In the vast expanse of space, massive objects like planets and stars exert a powerful gravitational pull, influencing the trajectories of nearby celestial bodies. Similarly, in the realm of economics, debt, a form of financial obligation, can exert a significant gravitational pull on individuals, businesses, and even entire nations. Debt, in its essence, represents borrowed money that must be repaid with interest. It's a double-edged sword, capable of fueling economic growth and innovation when used wisely, but also posing significant risks when mismanaged. For individuals, debt can be a valuable tool for financing education, purchasing a home, or starting a business. However, excessive debt, particularly high-interest credit card debt, can quickly become a burden, leading to financial stress, reduced credit worthiness, and even bankruptcy. Section 6. Poverty, a persistent challenge in a universe of abundance. In a universe teeming with stars, galaxies, and the potential for life, it seems paradoxical that poverty, a state of deprivation and lack of basic necessities, continues to plague humanity. Yet, despite remarkable progress in reducing global poverty in recent decades, millions still struggle to meet their basic needs. Poverty is a multifaceted issue with complex causes and devastating consequences. It's not simply about a lack of income, it's about a lack of opportunity, a lack of access to education, healthcare, and other essential services. It's about being trapped in a cycle of deprivation that can be difficult to break free from. The causes of poverty are varied and interconnected, ranging from lack of education and job opportunities to discrimination, political instability, and conflict. In many developing countries, poverty is exacerbated by limited access to clean water, sanitation, and healthcare, trapping people in a cycle of poor health and lost productivity. Section 7, Environmental Degradation, the high cost of economic growth. As we've journeyed through the cosmos of economics, we've witnessed the power of markets, the importance of innovation, and the potential for economic growth to improve lives. However, this journey has also revealed a sobering truth. Unchecked economic growth can come at a steep price, often borne by our planet and future generations. Environmental degradation, a pressing global challenge, encompasses a wide range of issues, from climate change and pollution to deforestation and biodiversity loss. It's the unintended consequence of our insatiable appetite for economic growth, a reminder that our planet's resources are finite and that our actions have consequences. The drivers of environmental degradation are complex and interconnected, often rooted in our economic systems, consumption patterns, and population growth. The burning of fossil fuels, a major source of energy for our industries and transportation systems, releases greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change, a phenomenon with potentially catastrophic consequences for our planet. Section 8, Political Instability, Disrupting the Economic Order. Imagine a celestial dance where planets are suddenly knocked out of their orbits, asteroids collide, and the delicate balance of the solar system is thrown into chaos. That's akin to what can happen to an economy during periods of political instability, when uncertainty, conflict, and a lack of trust in institutions disrupt the normal functioning of markets and undermine economic activity. Political instability, a multifaceted challenge with far-reaching consequences, can manifest in various forms, from coups and revolutions to civil unrest and terrorism. It creates an environment of uncertainty, making it difficult for businesses to plan for the future, investors to feel confident, and consumers to feel secure in their economic well-being. The causes of political instability are complex and varied, often rooted in historical grievances, social inequalities, ethnic tensions, or a lack of political freedom and accountability. In some cases, political instability is triggered by economic factors such as high unemployment, rising inequality, or corruption, which can fuel social unrest and create fertile ground for extremist ideologies to take root. Section 9, the importance of economic literacy, empowering informed decision-making. As we conclude our exploration of the challenges facing economies, one crucial theme emerges: the importance of economic literacy. In a world increasingly shaped by complex economic forces, understanding how the economy works is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. Economic literacy, the ability to understand and apply economic principles to make informed decisions, is essential for individuals, businesses, and policymakers alike. It empowers us to navigate the complexities of the marketplace, make sound financial decisions, and engage in informed public discourse about economic issues that affect our lives. For individuals, economic literacy can mean the difference between financial security and hardship. It equips us with the knowledge and skills to manage our personal finances effectively, make informed investment decisions, and understand the implications of government policies on our wallets. Section 1, the ascent of behavioral economics. Deciphering the human factor. Traditional economics assumed humans are rational actors, always making decisions in their best economic interests. Enter behavioral economics, challenging this notion by understanding the often irrational ways humans make economic decisions. Our choices are influenced by emotions, biases, and cognitive shortcuts. Policymakers can design interventions that nudge us towards better decisions. Section 2, Big Data and AI, Illuminating the Economic Cosmos. Just as telescopes have revolutionized our understanding of the vast universe, big data and artificial intelligence are transforming how we study and manage the complex world of economics. These powerful tools allow us to analyze massive datasets, uncover hidden patterns, and make more accurate predictions about economic trends, opening up new frontiers of understanding and opportunity. Imagine trying to map the entire cosmos by hand, star by star. That's the daunting task economists face before the advent of big data and AI. Now, with the ability to process and analyze massive amounts of data from a multitude of sources, we can gain a much more granular and nuanced understanding of economic phenomena. We can track consumer spending patterns in real time, monitor global supply chains, and identify emerging economic trends with unprecedented speed and accuracy. This data-driven revolution is empowering policymakers to make more evidence-based decisions, tailor policies to specific contexts, and track the impact of interventions with greater precision. It's also enabling businesses to optimize their operations, personalize their offerings, and anticipate market shifts with greater agility. Section 3, Game Theory, Strategizing in the Marketplace of Ideas. In the cosmic dance of economics, individuals and businesses are constantly interacting, their decisions influencing and being influenced by the actions of others. Understanding this strategic interplay is the realm of game theory, a branch of economics that analyzes decision-making in situations where the outcome of one's choices depends on the actions of others. Game theory provides a framework for analyzing strategic interactions, from simple games like rock, paper, scissors to complex negotiations, market competition, and even international relations. It helps us understand how individuals and businesses make decisions in the face of uncertainty, how cooperation can emerge even in competitive environments, and how to design institutions that promote fairness and efficiency. The insights from game theory have applications in a wide range of fields, from designing auctions and negotiating contracts to understanding political campaigns and resolving conflicts. By shedding light on the strategic dynamics that shape our interactions, game theory helps us make more informed decisions, anticipate the actions of others, and navigate the complexities of a world where our choices are interconnected. Section 4, Development Economics. Charting a course for shared prosperity. While the global economy has made remarkable progress in lifting millions out of poverty, vast disparities in wealth and opportunity persist. Development economics, a branch of economics that focuses on improving the lives of people in developing countries, seeks to understand the root causes of poverty and design effective strategies for promoting sustainable and equitable growth. Development economists grapple with a complex web of challenges, from inadequate infrastructure and limited access to education and healthcare to corruption, conflict, and climate change. They work to identify the most effective interventions, whether it's investing in education and healthcare, promoting microfinance and entrepreneurship, or improving governance and institutions. One of the key insights from development economics is that economic growth is not enough. It must be inclusive, benefiting all segments of society. This requires addressing inequality, promoting gender equality, and empowering marginalized communities. It also means ensuring that economic growth is environmentally sustainable, preserving the planet's resources for future generations. Section 5, Neuroeconomics. Unraveling the mysteries of economic decision-making. Imagine peering inside the human brain, observing the neural activity as individuals make economic decisions. This is the frontier of neuroeconomics, a cutting-edge field that combines neuroscience, psychology, and economics to understand the biological underpinnings of our economic choices. Using brain imaging techniques like fMRI, neuroeconomists can track the neural activity associated with risk aversion, reward processing, and social decision-making. They've discovered that different brain regions are involved in different aspects of economic decision-making, suggesting that our economic choices are not driven by a single rational economic brain, but rather by a complex interplay of emotions, cognitive processes, and social influences. While still in its infancy, neuroeconomics has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of economic behavior, providing insights into everything from consumer preferences and investment decisions to addiction and altruism. These insights could lead to more effective interventions for addressing behavioral problems, designing more persuasive marketing campaigns, and even developing new neurotechnologies to enhance our decision-making abilities. Section 6, the rise of sustainable finance, aligning profits with planetary health. As the world grapples with the urgent challenge of climate change, a new paradigm is emerging in finance, sustainable finance. This rapidly growing field seeks to align financial decision-making with environmental, social, and governance (ESG) factors, recognizing that long-term economic prosperity depends on a healthy planet and a just society. Sustainable finance encompasses a wide range of approaches, from green bonds that finance environmentally friendly projects to impact investing that seeks to generate both financial returns and positive social or environmental impact. It also includes integrating ESG factors into investment analysis, engaging with companies to improve their sustainability practices, and advocating for policy changes that promote a more sustainable and equitable economy. The rise of sustainable finance is driven by a growing recognition that climate change and other environmental and social challenges pose significant financial risks, while also presenting enormous opportunities for innovation and investment. Investors are increasingly realizing that companies with strong ESG practices are often better positioned for long-term success as they are better equipped to navigate regulatory changes, manage reputational risks, and attract and retain top talent. Section 7, the sharing economy, reshaping consumption and ownership. In a world awash in material possessions, a new economic model is emerging, one that prioritizes access over ownership and collaboration over competition, the sharing economy. Fueled by technology, this burgeoning sector is transforming how we consume goods and services, blurring the lines between producers and consumers, and fostering a more sustainable and community-oriented approach to economic activity. From ride-sharing platforms like Uber and Lyft to home-sharing services like Airbnb and accommodation rental services like Vrbo, the sharing economy connects individuals with underutilized assets, allowing them to share their cars, homes, skills, and time with others for a fee. This peer-to-peer model is disrupting traditional industries, creating new opportunities for income generation, and promoting a more efficient use of resources. The sharing economy is not without its critics, who raise concerns about labor rights, consumer protection, and the potential for exacerbating existing inequalities. However, its proponents argue that it offers a more sustainable, equitable, and community-oriented alternative to traditional models of consumption and ownership. Section 8, the future of work, navigating the automation age. As technology advances at an unprecedented pace, the nature of work is undergoing a profound transformation. Automation, driven by artificial intelligence, robotics, and other digital technologies, is automating tasks once thought to be the exclusive domain of human workers, raising both anxieties and opportunities for the future of work. On the one hand, automation has the potential to displace workers, particularly in sectors like manufacturing, transportation, and customer service, where routine tasks are more easily automated. This displacement could lead to increased unemployment, wage stagnation, and social unrest if not managed effectively. On the other hand, automation also has the potential to create new jobs, increase productivity, and enhance our quality of life. By automating routine tasks, AI and robotics can free up human workers to focus on more creative, complex, and socially engaging tasks, leading to the emergence of new industries, job roles, and ways of working. Section 9, the power of economic education, shaping a more informed and equitable future. As we conclude our journey through the ever-evolving cosmos of economics, one resounding message emerges: the importance of economic education. In a world increasingly shaped by complex economic forces, understanding how the economy works is no longer a luxury, it's a fundamental life skill, essential for navigating the complexities of the 21st century and building a more informed, equitable, and sustainable future. Economic education empowers individuals to make informed decisions about their personal finances, navigate the job market, and engage in meaningful dialogue about economic policies that affect their lives. It provides a framework for understanding the trade-offs inherent in every economic decision, the interconnectedness of local and global economies, and the role of government in shaping economic outcomes. By fostering economic literacy, we can empower future generations to become informed citizens, responsible consumers, and ethical investors. We can equip them with the tools to critically evaluate economic information, challenge assumptions, and advocate for policies that promote sustainable and equitable economic growth. Section 1. The Uncharted Territories of Economic Exploration. As we stand at the precipice of the 21st century, we are struck by a profound sense of wonder and possibility. Just as astronomers uncover new celestial wonders, economists venture into uncharted territories, seeking to unravel the complexities of human behavior and markets. Our journey through economics has taken us from supply and demand to globalization, from inequality and environmental challenges to the power of technology and innovation. We've encountered brilliant minds grappling with humanity's pressing challenges. Economics is a dynamic and evolving field, constantly adapting to new challenges and data. The frontier of economic knowledge is ever expanding, beckoning us to explore its uncharted territories. Section 2. Embracing the unknown, navigating uncertainty in a dynamic world. The 21st century is a time of unprecedented change, characterized by rapid technological advancements, globalization, and demographic shifts, all of which are profoundly reshaping the economic landscape. In this dynamic and unpredictable environment, uncertainty is not an anomaly, but rather a constant companion, requiring us to adapt our thinking, our policies, and our institutions to navigate a world in constant flux. Gone are the days when economic models could rely on static assumptions and predictable outcomes. The rise of globalization has interconnected economies around the world, creating a complex web of interdependencies that can amplify both risks and opportunities. Technological advancements, while driving innovation and productivity, are also disrupting traditional industries, displacing workers, and raising profound questions about the future of work. In this context, embracing uncertainty is not about abandoning economic principles or succumbing to chaos, but rather about developing a more nuanced and adaptive approach to economic policymaking. It requires us to acknowledge the limits of our current knowledge, to embrace experimentation and innovation, and to be prepared to adjust our course as new information emerges and new challenges arise. Section 3. The Moral Imperative, Shaping an Economy that Works for All. Economics, at its core, is about more than just numbers, graphs, and abstract models. It's about people. It's about the choices we make, the opportunities we have, and the well-being of our communities and our planet. As such, we cannot shy away from the moral imperative that lies at the heart of economics to create an economy that works for everyone, not just a privileged few. For too long, economic policy has been driven by a narrow focus on growth, often at the expense of equity, sustainability, and the well-being of those left behind. The result has been a world of widening inequality, where the gap between the rich and the poor continues to grow, and where millions still lack access to basic necessities like healthcare, education, and economic opportunity. Shaping an economy that works for all requires a fundamental shift in our thinking. One that prioritizes well-being, fairness, and sustainability alongside economic growth. It requires us to invest in education and healthcare, to promote decent work and fair wages, and to create a more equitable distribution of wealth and opportunity. Section 4, the power of collaboration, harnessing collective intelligence for economic progress. In an increasingly complex and interconnected world, no single individual, institution, or nation holds all the answers. Addressing the economic challenges of the 21st century requires harnessing the power of collaboration, bringing together diverse perspectives, expertise, and resources to find innovative solutions to shared problems. Just as astronomers collaborate across borders and disciplines to unravel the mysteries of the universe, so too must economists, policymakers, business leaders, and citizens work together to build a more sustainable, equitable, and prosperous future. This requires fostering dialogue, building trust, and creating platforms for collaboration that transcend traditional silos and disciplinary boundaries. By embracing collaboration, we can tap into a collective intelligence far greater than the sum of its parts, fostering innovation, accelerating progress, and finding solutions that benefit not just a select few, but rather all of humanity. Section 5, the promise of technology, unleashing innovation for a more sustainable future. Technology has always been a driving force in economic progress, from the invention of the wheel to the rise of the internet. In the 21st century, technology's transformative potential is more evident than ever, offering both unprecedented opportunities and challenges as we seek to build a more sustainable and equitable future. Artificial intelligence, robotics, biotechnology, renewable energy, and other cutting-edge technologies have the potential to revolutionize industries, create new jobs, and address some of humanity's most pressing challenges, from climate change to poverty. AI-powered systems can optimize energy grids, develop personalized learning tools, and accelerate scientific discovery, while robotics can automate dangerous or repetitive tasks, freeing up human workers for more creative and fulfilling roles. However, realizing technology's full potential for good requires careful stewardship, ensuring that its benefits are shared widely and that its risks are mitigated. This requires investing in education and training to prepare workers for the jobs of the future, fostering ethical guidelines for the development and deployment of AI, and promoting equitable access to the benefits of technological progress. Section 6, the enduring spirit of inquiry, cultivating curiosity and critical thinking in economics. Economics, at its heart, is a quest for understanding, a journey of discovery driven by an insatiable curiosity about the world around us. Just as astronomers constantly question, observe, and refine our understanding of the universe, so too must economists embrace an enduring spirit of inquiry, challenging assumptions, questioning conventional wisdom, and seeking new knowledge to better understand and address the economic challenges of our time. In an era of information overload and political polarization, cultivating critical thinking skills is more important than ever. We must be able to evaluate economic information critically, identify biases, and distinguish between evidence-based arguments and ideological rhetoric. We must be willing to challenge our own assumptions, to engage with diverse perspectives, and to embrace the uncertainty inherent in any complex system. Section 7, From Cosmic Curiosity to Economic Empowerment, a journey of discovery and transformation. Our exploration of the cosmos of economics has been a journey of discovery, a quest to understand the forces that shape our economic lives. It's a journey from microeconomic foundations to macroeconomic forces shaping global markets, from historical roots to cutting-edge innovations shaping the future. The transformative power of knowledge empowers individuals to make informed decisions. Understanding the economy can empower personal finances, careers, and political engagement. It equips them to advocate for policies promoting their interests and community well-being. Section 8, the ever-expanding horizon towards a more inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous future. As we stand on the cusp of a new era, the horizon of economic possibility stretches before us, filled with both promise and uncertainty. The challenges we face are complex and interconnected. Climate change, inequality, technological disruption, political polarization. Yet, amidst these challenges, there is also a palpable sense of hope, a growing recognition that we have the knowledge, the tools, and the collective will to create a better future. The path forward will require bold thinking, collaborative action, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. It will require us to embrace innovation, to invest in human capital, and to prioritize sustainability alongside economic growth. The journey ahead will not be easy, but it is a journey worth taking. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of economics. See you in the next video, and remember to subscribe and activate the campaign. Leave your comments and give it a like to continue creating important content for the community.